All right, so in this section, I'll be talking about my quick little short pre-market analysis that I do every single day before the trading day starts. And it's very basic and very simple, but all I do is literally go through every single asset that I typically trade. So I'm just going to tell you guys, obviously, what asset I typically trade. I typically trade gold, uh, oil, and these three: USD, JPY, GBP, Euro, USD sometimes, but mainly gold and oil for Forex. And then for stocks, I typically just trade SPY and nothing else. But if I see opportunities in other things, of course, I would take those trades as well. But that's basically my pre-market analysis. I look at the stocks or assets that I mainly trade, and I focus on those. So here's a quick example walkthrough of what it looks like, right? For my pre-market analysis. So typically, I would like to start on the 4-hour chart, look at the overall market dynamic and overall market trend. Like we mentioned, I'm literally combining everything I taught you guys into one, but a very condensed version. What is the overall market trend so far? Are we in a ranging market or are we in a trending market? We are definitely in a trending market. As I see to the upside, we are trending very bullish to the upside. We did a retracement and we are back going to upside and we are coming back up and at some point potentially even hitting 450, which is absurd. But basically, first, number one, identifying the market type. What type of market are we in? We are in a trending market. All right. Number two, I like to identify is key areas and zones that we have built up, as well as gaps. So I look for gaps in zones that I'm interested in. So looking at this right now, once we switch to the 1 hour, I like to analyze the market type on the 4 hour. And once we switch to the 1 hour, if we look for anything, let's see on the 1 hour gives us any information, right? We want to be looking at each time frame and seeing if it provides us any sustainable information that we can utilize to have a bias or look for a potential direction or entry for a trade. 1 hour, I don't see too much. We already did complete this retracement that I noticed. We completed this full retracement back down, filled this whole efficient area of the market that I was previously taught you guys. And we are again filling back down again to the efficient area of the market. And sometimes there's situations where you just can't really tell too much. There's no clear direction on what price is going to do at this point. So when there's situations like this, I just avoid doing further analysis. I try not to do too much. You don't want to be doing too much when you're trying to do your pre-market analysis, right? You want to do as much as you can, but not too much to the point where it is almost forced, because you want to take in old information and develop a plan based on that. But you also want to take in new information that comes to the market, which is new information that comes out to the market after 9:30 a.m. EST when the market opens or whatever asset you're trading. So look for gaps and zones. I don't see any major gaps or zones. I do see one thing though. We are in a major demand zone right here so far that had this major push up. So as you can see, we had a major push up off this mini demand zone right here. And I do see price potentially pushing back up here because on a higher time frame, we are bullish, right? So there's multiple things that we can even look at. Now everyone views the market differently. So you want to take into consideration that fact as well. Like another way you can look at this market is we broke structure and we are becoming a little bit bearish on the internal market structure. So we will have to see how price plays out in this zone that I have drawn over here. I'm looking to see if price breaks through or if it uses it as a demand zone. If it breaks through, I try not to chase and just let it go and play a different area. But if it acts as demand zone, I'll most likely be interested in playing this for a third retracement. Now, typically, once price does one reversal, two reversals, the third reversal is a lot smaller than the past two because the market gets tired and these become less efficient areas. So that's something you want to take into consideration. But that is going to be basically my pre-market analysis. I look for the higher what type of market we are in, and then I look for gaps in areas, efficient areas of the market that I can potentially play or enter in. And after that, I look for these specific zones, very small, higher, lower time frame zones. I go in the 5-minute, look for it, and draw out my zones, looking at where buyers are, where sellers are, where institutions are buying and selling, and I want to be trading on the side of them. That is literally my pre-market analysis. There isn't too much. I don't really draw levels. I used to do that, but I don't play with levels anymore, mainly because I believe the market is not binary, black and white, and that you can't do too much with that information in terms of levels. So I like to play what the market gives me, right? So again, on gold here, my analysis here would be, again, we are very bearish on a higher time frame, but we are currently becoming ranging. We are ranging between these two zones right here. So I would not be mind playing downside right here if I was looking at gold on a higher time frame. Again, we would zoom in on a lower time frame and play more specific entries, but that'll be my higher time frame confluence along with my lower time frame confluence. You want to combine these two confluences and pick the best possible trade outcome there is. So that is how you use a lower time frame confluence along with a higher time frame confluence to base your trades upon. So that's my pre-market analysis and how you use higher and lower time frame confluences with each other. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.